All right, I am back with another video. Today I'm actually going to be talking about browsers, specifically using them on Linux. I've been kind of in the search for the perfect browser for me. There are so many different, browsers out there, so I just started trying a bunch of them out and seeing which one, worked best for me. What works best for me might not work best for you, but I just kind of want to give you my input and kind of my findings on all the different browsers that I was using and which one I landed on. So to start, do have a few different programs and websites that require me to be on Chromium. So I tried Thorium first, and of course I've tried Chrome. I've used Chrome, for work and other things in the past for a very long time. So I'm very, used to Chrome, and it's very familiar and easy to use. So I tried Thorium because I wanted a little bit, a little bit more freedom from Google. So I tried Thorium, and it seems to be basically Chrome. I mean, it has essentially all the same features. They do have some like Thorium enabled UI and theming and stuff within their testing experiments here, and then tab scrolling as well. One big thing that I do like to have is to be able to tab through tabs. So similar to like Alt tab between your windows, I like to like do either Control tab or something like that to be able to tab tabs that I have open, and that did not work in Thorium. But you are able to do these tab groups, so I can have like a YouTube Studio and like Dev and stuff, open different apps within the actual group itself, which is nice. But it's still not you know perfect. No browser is really going to be perfect in that sense, but it didn't really meet the needs that I was looking for. And I do like the vertical tabs too, which you can do with some extensions, but it's just like it's not a great experience within Thorium and slash Chrome itself. So I ended up moving on. One of the individuals from my Discord said he uses Edge, which is also Chromium based, and I was like, Edge, that's Microsoft. We're trying to get away from that. And to be fair, there are good Microsoft products, like VS Code, for instance. A lot of us use that, and that is a Microsoft product. So I gave it a shot, and it honestly just wasn't for me. I mean, it did meet the needs of like having the tabs, vertical tabs on the side. You are able to, at least I believe you are. Yeah, you are able to Alt or Control tab between the tabs themselves. You do have split screen options, so you can split the screen with multiple tabs, which is nice. So it does have quite a few features that I am looking for within a browser. The theming isn't bad as well. You can see I have like the purple theme, so aesthetics is pretty important to me as well. And it is Chromium based, so a lot of the apps and stuff that I use for work and other things, they were working and functioning just fine. So I didn't have any issues there. So to be honest, Edge is actually a solid browser for me. I did end up going with a different one that just made more sense to me and had a little bit more aesthetics and like the features that I was looking for. But I honestly think Edge is a solid pick if that's something you are looking for with pretty much all the features you can think of, as far as like the vertical tabs, the split screen, tabbing through different tabs that you have open. It does have like the quiet where it silences the tab and like goes to sleep. So it has a lot of the features that you would be looking for in our browser, but I ended up landing on a different one. But it is a solid browser for sure, and I wouldn't normally say that because I'm kind of against Microsoft in the sense that the way the direction that they're going. But if you have a good product, you have a good product. I'm not gonna down you for that. Just the fact that it is Edge, a lot of people are gonna be turned away from it, but it does have the features and a lot of the needs that you could think of through what you would want in a browser. So give it a try. Don't knock it till you try it. Basically, is what I'm saying. And then next, I have Vivaldi, which is pretty much open source. They have like I don't know 5 or 10% that is closed proprietary things within their browser. but they have a ton of features in Vivaldi. They have you can put your mail and your calendar within there. They have like a notes thing. They do have tab tiling, so it's essentially like split screen and having multiple pages side by side. And they have tab stacking, which is nice. You can actually stack your tabs at two levels. So if you're into tabs and you're kind of a tab hoarder, if you will, Vivaldi's probably the best one for you. If you want your tabs to always be open and have different tabs to be able to switch between, that's probably the best bet. Is Vivaldi. Tabbing is pretty good on this. They do have some other like niche features like mouse gestures and different commands and stuff. They do have workspaces, which is pretty important to me. So I like to split like my work and my YouTube and my personal. I like to split all that between different workspaces. So having different workspaces is definitely nice. Then a browser. So they did a pretty good job there. Aesthetically, I'm not a huge fan. Like I was able to get like the vertical tabs over here, and then you're able to put the bar at the bottom here, which is nice. Yeah, some pretty good customization, but I just couldn't find any good themes and stuff that I really really liked and wanted to continue to use. But overall, it's not a bad browser. Aesthetically, it just wasn't for me, but it does have a lot of the features that you'd be looking for. It is pretty much cross-platform across iOS, Android, and Windows and Linux and all that stuff. So use it on pretty much any desktop. And I believe it's also Chromium as well. So you're able to use different websites and things that require Chromium, which is for me, I feel like it's more and more as days go by that require that. But it's pretty good. I definitely like it. And then the other one that I tried is actually not open source at all, which is me or Sidekick. This one is something that I use on Windows when I was using Windows, primarily, and it has some interesting features. Basically, they have like these apps that you can have on the side over here. So these you can have either consistently loaded or but they're not like part of your tabs. So I can click on one of these apps over here. So let's say I want to click on something that doesn't have any like personal information. Let's say I want to click on Canva. It'll just pop up with Canva, but as you see, it doesn't open as a tab in my tabs here. So you can really see whatever you want there. So I can go to one of these tabs here, and then you have the apps that are still open. It has like the dot here that shows the app that is open over here as well. You're able to kind of switch between the tabs there, and do have different workspaces as well too. So I can switch between my like work and my personal workspaces, and they do have some key bindings to switch between those, which are nice too. I would update those. It's not as easy to update the key bindings and stuff in this particular one, but you can still do like Control T to open up like a new tab, which is nice. So that's pretty easy. And so overall, it's not a bad, but it for me it was a little slow as far as like speeds wise, like loading into different websites, and so I think and it also just kind of hogged a little bit more memory on my computer, which I'm not a huge fan of, but overall it had some pretty cool features and it was pretty decent. But I did not end up landing on this one either, and so the one that I actually ended up landing on is the Zen Zen browser. So basically, I ended up landing over here because it kind of met all of the needs and had a lot of different features that I was looking for. Sorry, I was looking for a router for a client. So as you can see, I have the workspace here. This is like my workspace, and it does keep all the tabs, open all the time. I have my tab bar over here. I was able to get like a floating URL bar up here as well. So that's really nice. You can do that. And so yeah, so it kind of it has a lot of the features that I'm definitely looking for. So you're able to like, so let's say I'm in like the Trello board here. I was on Best Buy, and you can do the tab between the different tabs that you have open. What also I like is you can actually edit all of your key bindings pretty easily within here. So I also can do Control Alt and then my right and left to switch between the different workspaces. If you look in this bottom corner here, I have three different workspaces. One's for my YouTube, one's for my work, one's for personal, and I can just easily switch between those. And it's changing, you know, the whole look and the tabs that I have open there. You also I have what's called containers, which basically what you're signed into on those different containers uh, stay as that person that's signed in. So if I want to log in through my YouTube email, then I'll automatically log in through those, and so I have those color coordinated. As you can see, these are purple on here, and then on my work one they're green, and then on my personal they're blue. I know exactly which one I'm in very easily. I know to find what I'm looking for. But if I hop into the actual settings here, you can see that they do have a bunch of features here. Here's where you can do like the control tab cycles through, and then look and feel. There's a bunch of different things you can do, but they do have like the basic theme options here as far as like default dark theme, night theme. You can do a colorful dark theme, and then you can switch between like these little color palettes here. You'd have like the theme settings for your tabs, so you can have them on the just have like the top and sidebar all showing at once. You can hide both or just one. I have the top bar hidden, and then when I raise or put my mouse up there, it'll go up there as well. And then when I'm actually searching for a website, it actually comes up in the middle here, which is nice. I think like the Arc browser does something similar to that, but that's not available on Linux. But I like having it, pop up in the middle there. And then you do also have your split view option, so you can do a split between the different tabs and everything. Sorry, that wasn't split view. That was actually expanding the sidebar there, but you can do a split view as well. And then you have a bunch of different keyboard shortcuts, which you can very easily change these to whatever you want. So, for instance, I have moving through like the windows and stuff over here. You have like the new tab is Control T. I have closed tab as Control Q. So I can easily kill a tab because these are very similar to what I have on my regular desktop as far as Win Q is to quit a window. So I made it Control Q to quit a tab. So it's very easy to remember and do. And then you have like your navigation and everything. So yeah, you can really do pretty much whatever you want with all the different controls. You can really make it your own within there. Then they have something called Zen mods. So this is kind of what captured me because you can really customize your whole entire look and feel of the browser using these Zen mods. So basically, I have quite a few of these installed. I have the smaller compact mode, which makes it so these icons, it's down to the icons over here. A cleaned URL bar. It just makes that one a little bit more clean and gets rid of all the extra fluff and features in there. And then the floating bars. So everything I have is like floating now. So I have the floating bar up there. And then you also can do like if I did Control F. So if I go to another page here, like the App Store Connect and do Control F, you can see I have like the find page, floating at the bottom there. So aesthetically, I just like the way that looks and the way it feels. But then you can go to the actual store. There's so many different themes and different features that the community has created in here that you can just add. It's super easy to add them. So like if I wanted better tab indicators, I can just click on that, click install theme, and then boom, it's installed. It enables it right out of the gate. I can uninstall it and then it's on it. So they made this like super simple to be able to install all of these themes and just make it easy. So if I wanted this theme here, I can click install. As you can see, like the hue and the colors have changed over there, and then I can uninstall it and go back to my default. So I really just like the way they incorporated all these mods to really make it really nice and kind of make the whole experience your own. And they also have this Firefox Labs over here as well. You can do some AI, chatbot and stuff like that. So they are trying and experimenting with other things within the browser. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a overview of like kind of my journey trying to land on this particular browser and kind of why I landed on it myself. But it's really more of a preference thing. So I do suggest that you go through and kind of try everything out yourself and see what you like, what you don't like, and kind of make a checklist of what makes sense, for you. And yeah, I think that's it for today. If you like my content, please consider, subscribing liking, and also commenting on the video. Let me know, what browser that you're currently using, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, or maybe if you want to try a different one. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.